Beans, dear. Thank you. Supper's ready.
Well, if it ain't old man Zimmer, how are you, old coot?
Is that you, Mr. Lucy?
Oh, sure is. Have a drink.
Got me some booze.
Oh, yeah. What are friends for?
You ain't no friend. You tried to buy my farm 15 years ago.
Oh, come on now. You know that I deserve that farm.
You do not.
Have a drink. Have a drink.
Okay. I can't deny that I like drinking.
Woo! Pretty strong. You drip away. That's good stuff.
Yeah, what are you doing here?
Well, you know, I just had to come down in this kind of part of town and see if I could, you know, buy that farm again from you.
You ain't good for it.
Oh, come on now, old man Zimmer. I'm good for it.
How much you pay for that farm?
Oh, I bet you wouldn't take 50 grand.
I'd take 50 grand right now.
Sold.
If you had the money.
All right, let's do this.
Oh, you think you got enough?
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
Sure, I'll sell you the farm. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're going to sell you the farm. All right. Mr. Zimmer?
No. This is you and your wife's farm.
Okay,
You better.
all right, fine.
Me and Mrs. Zimmer.
We? All right, Martha, sign that, would you, dear? All right, thank you, baby. We sign the farm for $50,000 to Mr. Lucy. Yeah, like you've got the money. Here, take your check.
All right then. That's good. I'm happy. Let's have a drink about this.
Oh, sure, but
Yeah.
you ain't gonna buy my farm. You ain't even got the money.
We got this.
I was kidding, by the way.
Nah,
you
no,
know
no,
that
no.
to be true. Ooh,
Woo.
that is strong.
Well, I best be going. I better give you $5 down payment for your.
Oh, I don't need no $5. This isn't even real. You gonna go buy my farm?
I'm buying your farm. Look, you see that? You signed that.
Okay.
My farm now.
It's a joke, and you don't even have the money.
Oh, I'll come up with the money. Don't you worry about that.
well,
I'll come up with the money.
Thanks for the liquor. We'll see you never, all right?
Yeah, all right, old man Zimmer. I'll see you soon, all right?
All right, you'll see you later, Mr. Lucy.
Well, better call Mr. Zimmer and tell him about my coming to get his farm. Hello? Oh, Mr. Zimmer, how are you? Oh, this is Mr. Lucy right here. I'm just calling to let you know that I'm coming to get the farm that I bought from you. I bought your farm. I got the contract right here, signed by you and Mrs. Zimmer. It counts. It counts. If you don't believe it, I'll take you to court over it, Mr. Zimmer.
The procedure of the case was that Lucy, the plaintiff, filed a suit against Zehmer. Originally, the lower court was in favor of Zehmer, but Lucy then appealed, and the higher court reversed and remanded the original decision and found the case to be in favor of Lucy. Therefore, the contract was upheld, and the farm was sold to plaintiff for the agreed price of $50,000, as stated on the contract. The facts of the case were: there was a binding contract signed by both parties in Zehmer's restaurant while both were consuming alcohol. Lucy initiated the conversation about the sale of Zehmer's farm, and then the price was declared at $50,000. Lucy was serious about the contract, while Zehmer claims to have been doing so in a joking manner. Zehmer wrote out the contract on the back of a restaurant check. His wife also signed it, so did Lucy, and then Lucy departed the restaurant, insisting that he was going to buy the farm. Lucy even offered a down payment of $5, but Zehmer rejected that, insisting that it wasn't even real. After acquiring an attorney a few days later to examine the title, Lucy contacted Zehmer about the purchase, and that is when Zehmer asserted that he had never agreed or intended to sell, and Lucy took him to court thereafter. The issues that the court could identify was The main legal issue is the violation of a verbal and written contract agreement between two persons. The court had to decide whether or not the agreement could be avoided on the basis of intoxication, which was Zehmer's claim. This relates to Chapter 7 in the textbook, which we're going over right now, and the court ultimately decided that the agreement was binding regardless. The reasoning of the court was that the plaintiff had reason to believe that the contract was legitimate despite the defendant's claim that the conversation was a jest. The court held that the evidence given about the nature of the conversation, the appearance and completeness of the argument, and the signing all tended to show that a serious business transaction, not a casual jest, was in fact intended. The court stated, "An agreement or mutual assent is of course essential to a valid contract, but the law imputes to a person an intention corresponding to the reasonable meaning of his words and acts. If his words and acts, judged by a reasonable standard, manifest an intention to agree, it is immaterial what may be the real but unexpressed state of his mind. So, a person cannot set up that he was merely jesting when his conduct and words would warrant a reasonable person in believing that he intended a real agreement." So, even though Zehmer claimed to be joking, his actions did not show that, and therefore Lucy had reason to believe that it was real, and those were the reasons. The important points to remember about this case is that a contract can be binding even under strange circumstances. No matter how simple it may seem, a contract can still be binding depending on how it was agreed upon.